Ukraine and Russia have accused each other of drone strikes on the eve of peace talks in Europe. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky claims Russia sent 450 drones and 30 missiles to his country, the attack targeting the city of Odessa's port and the country's electricity infrastructure. Meanwhile, Russia's defense ministry says it shot down 41 drones from Ukraine and 2 people were killed in the Saratov region. Germany will host peace talks tomorrow.
Ukraine, now that the meetings in Berlin have wrapped up with Zelensky,
right.
Is there a timetable for going to Moscow? Is a delegation going?
Well, I think that the delegation is largely there right now, actually. They're in Europe. And they met with those people that I called out before, the various countries, plus some others. They want to see it end, Katie. They want to see it end. I want to see it end. They want to see it end. I actually think that President Putin wants to see it end. You know, I've had good talks. We've had good talks with Russia. And I think they'd like to get back to a more normal way of life.
And just a quick follow-up there, an Article 5-like deal seems to be emerging without NATO membership for Ukraine. If such a security guarantee is offered, what incentive is there for Ukraine to give up any sort of territory?
Well, look, you have, well, they've already lost the territory, you know, to be honest. I mean, the territory is lost. But in terms of security guarantee, we're working with Europe on it. Europe would be a big part of it. And we're working on the security guarantees so the war doesn't start up again. We don't want to have a war start up again. You know, as I said, with Thailand and Cambodia, 2 people I get along with great, and I dealt with them and I called them and I said, look, fellas, you got to relax, you got to take it easy. They lost. You know, they started the war again and I got it ended. And things like that are going to happen. War. There's nothing pretty about war, nothing good, and there's nothing you can do to predict what's going to happen. But I think we've made a lot of progress with respect to Russia and Ukraine, I hope. You know, last month it was close to 27,000 soldiers were killed, mostly soldiers, but 27,000 people, but mostly soldiers were killed last month in Russia versus Ukraine.
Is there a time limit on security guarantees?
Well, there's no time limit. The time limit is whenever we get it done. We're going to try to get it done. We're making progress. It's more difficult than anybody could have thought. I would have said that half of the wars that I got settled, some were going for over 30 years, that half of them should have been more difficult, and they actually haven't been. There's a lot of dislike between the 2 leaders, you know, and so it probably makes it a little bit tough.